very much into like going for things that
К такому повороту событий Распутина готова не была.
При чем тут
И при чем клан?
что это такое? Сейчас уйду и все пошли. Ребят, я сейчас отсюда уйду.
Дорогие друзья,
Мне так все не нравится. Мне сказали, что здесь будет приличная компания.
найти общий язык с шутниками звезда эстрады так и не смогла.
Ну, разозлили меня эти ваши коротыши. Я сейчас так свистну.
Распутина была вынуждена покинуть сцену. Поклонники Маши возмущены. Кто дал право так над ней шутить? Ведь эти люди и мизинцы ее не стоят.
Но представьте, человек готовился, приехал из Москвы в Киев. Она нарядилась, красавица. Разве можно? Так вообще, даже не по-мужски. Как можно к женщине начать и говорить такие вещи?
Фанаты уверены, если уж кто опозорился на этой сцене, то это клан.
Что это такое? Сейчас уйду и все пошли. Ребят, я сейчас отсюда.
During Japanese and during Japanese and Pinchon. During Japanese and during Japanese. During Japanese and during Japanese. During Japanese and during Japanese. The vapors turning Japanese. Kirsten Dunst turning Japanese. Akihabara The vapors. Turning Japanese.
There was no way he was going to make it from the beginning. And it wasn't because he was so brave either. But he was just, you know, he was willing to accept what was going to happen to him.
Yeah, he was very graceful in his wipeouts. Not really, actually. Now that I think about it, he just slammed pretty hard.
If we're trying to do a stunt and people keep landing it, we would just send in Ryan to finish it off. I think Bam was great at it the first time, and now Dunn stepped in to up the failure rate to an all-time high. I don't think he ever landed anything except for on his face, which worked for us.
If he wasn't pranking you or trying to get you or while we're filming, then outside of that, he was like the most genuine rat dude.
If Jackass is looking for a certain type, it's a guy that's just so willing to do something that he knows is going to fail, he knows it's going to hurt, and do it with such grace and style. He was the epitome of a Jackass, you know.
What have you been kind of dreading the most about shooting the film? Like, what stunt were you
Fail.
worried about before you did it?
I put a toy car in my butt. And you really have to ask me that.
When we were filming the first movie, and Steve-O was supposed to shove the car up his butt, but Steve-O had just told us that he's not going to do it.
Put it this way, man. What's the point of being a Hollywood movie if every mother that sees the Hollywood movie comes up to you and says, "Hey, saw you shove something up your ass"? You don't do to shove something up your ass. I mean, really.
Ryan Dunn walks in. They go, "Well, Steve-O just told us that he's not doing the car up the ass bit." And Ryan's like, "Well, someone's got to do it." And right then, the light bulb went off my head. Like, Ryan, you're right. Someone does have to do it, buddy.
I mean, it just has to be done. It's too good not to be done. I'll do it. I mean, I don't want to. Don't think I'm crazy and I want to go get hurt or I want to shove things in my butt. I just know.
We're right up in the butt.
So you're just admitting to stealing my son?
It's weird now that it's not like that anymore.
Нихера себе сиганул. А я не видел этого.
When I first first got to Westchester to do Evil to Bam, I was such an outsider. I didn't know Bam, I didn't know Don, I didn't know Deco or any of those guys, and they're such a tight-knit group. They wanted nothing to do with me and the crew I was there with.
Me and Don pushed the producer's rental car into his rental apartment.
In my dream, I hear the sound of angels or sparkling miracle sounds, and as I open my eyes, the front end of my rental car was inside of the living room of my apartment. And the sound that I thought were angels was the sound of shards of glass falling from the door frame.
I'm so going to jail for that. $5,000 later, we settled it in court.
It wasn't necessarily the first day, but I felt like immediately over time, Dunn definitely tried to make a connection. And by the time I'd finished up the very first season of Evil to Bam, I just felt like Dunn and I were best friends. I mean, the beauty of Ryan was that he made everybody feel like they were his best friend. He was just that genuinely interested in who you were and what you were about.
I think one reason when I reflect back on meeting him for the first time on the home record set is when he saw me for the first time, he said,
Everybody exactly the same. Like, I don't care if you're Johnny Knoxville, whatever. Like every single person that he talked to or hung out, he made them feel like, you know, they were best buds.
I've never seen Don guarded with people. We would be out in public and people would, you know, always coming up to him. Like, they wanted autograph or he would sit there and chat with them forever. You know, he just loved talking to people. He's really open. And I wish I was that open.
I was a fan first, you know, and it's pretty rare to meet people and have them be as cool as he was. He truly was a cool dude. I was a fan first, you know, and it's pretty rare to meet people and have them be as cool as he was.
Другой концепт, age of consent. Age of consent. А я что-то не припоминаю. New order, someone like you. Ну-ка, ну как это звучит? Someone like you. Не припоминаю. А, это? Это New Order? Что-то даже не приходило в голову, что это и тоже New Order. Надо посмотреть, они вообще еще не распались, существует эта группа? New Order. Британская электроник-рок-группа, образованная в 1980-м! Нихера себе! В Манчестере членами Joy Division Бернардом Саммером, Питером Хуком и Стивеном Моррисоном после того, как их лидер Иэн Кертис покончил жизнь самоубийством. Взяв новое имя и пригласив новую участницу Джиллиан Гилберт, New Order продолжили развивать стилистику Joy Division Single Ceremony. Однако вскоре их меланхоличный постпанк сменился пробами в электронно-танцевальной музыке. Не, а чё, группа интересная. Кстати, вот Age of Consent это просто шедевр. Просто шедевр. Но вот это тоже неплохая вещь. Из Хаггарда почему-то запомнилось вот именно вот это. Звучит. Can be real. My heart is burning. How does it feel? А я, да, кстати, не слушал эту песню вообще, потому что не полная версия звучит. Не полностью. А они до сих пор существуют. В 2015 году вышел новый альбом. классная вещь. Блин, у Нью-Ордера на самом деле надо послушать, я никогда не слышал вообще их альбомов. У них, походу, очень много на самом деле интересных песен есть. Я вот только этот Age of Consent слушал, и все. Больше я ничего не слышал из группы. А интересная тема. Группа, оказывается, крутая. И существует, блин, сколько уже лет, с 80-го года, это 37. 37 лет группе. Это просто капец. Это уже просто история. 37. Это капец просто. Это еще не считает Joy Division. Если брать отчет с Joy Division, то там вообще за 40 будет. В 76-м Joy Division появился. 41 год получается, если с отчет Joy Division брать, то 41. Joy Division и New Order. Ну, по сути, New Order появился из Joy Division, а Joy Division в 76-м. То есть 41 год назад. Это просто капец. Sex Pistols. Кстати, а вот здесь очень даже узнаваемо похоже на Age of Constant. Что-то, ну, звуки похожи очень даже. Очень даже. Альбом тот же самый, кстати, с того же альбома. Lonesome Tonight. Чертовски интересная музыка, блин, капец просто. Почему я никогда раньше ничего не слышал, кроме этого чертового Age of Consent?
Собой празднует Всемирный день сэндвича. Приходи в ресторан.
Я не верю, неужели они так выглядели? Из какого-то фильма отрывки.
Hey guys, today I'm going to learn how to do a laser flip. What is a laser flip, you might ask? Well, it's basically where your board goes like this. And then you land. Every time it does that, for some reason it makes this noise. It's really weird. It's a frontside 360 Chevy heel flip. Basically just
Блин, с какой легкостью он закручивает, черт возьми. О, офигеть.
Basically just landed it. Just kidding. So today's the first time I ever even did a varial heel flip, which is like this, a 180. And now I'm going to go for the 360, which is the laser flip. So I've never ever done this, and Yeah, I'm just gonna go in and start practicing the rotation. It's funny because it almost feels like it's easier than the burial hill. I know that that just can't be so. It's weird, I can't see the board at all. It basically just behind me the whole time. I'm gonna land 3 like that, then I'm just gonna start trying to land on it. That's close enough. I'm gonna land this step off, then I'm gonna land it without step off. What? This is one of those tricks that it takes so much energy to do. It's right at the last part of our day here. I'm already exhausted, but I gotta do it. You know you're getting tired when you can't flip your board over. Okay, I got this. My truck is so loose every now and then I gotta finger tighten that bolt on. It's one thing to do that and another thing to land with both feet. It's like it just goes 10 feet behind me and I need it to go right underneath me. I want to do a burial hill flip real fast just so I know it. Dude, exhausted.
Ну это очень
I feel
тяжело.
like if I can land a couple good burial hill flips,
Лазер
then I can do
флип
it.
это просто капец.
So it's like I
Такая
got that
тяжесть.
trick and I learned it, but I don't have it fully mastered, and that is a very big prerequisite to obviously doing it 360. So I'm going to try and get a couple of those. The main thing I'm trying to work on is pushing it out more in front of me. And I know if I can get that down at the burial hill, I can get it laser. That was good, but I'm still landing a lot like that. So if I set that 360, it's going to go behind me. This is probably one of the hardest tricks I can think of, to be honest. Because I'm not good at hill flips. This is probably one of the hardest hill flip variations. I really got that, though. I'm going to land one more burial hill, then I'm going to land it. Oh, dang! I really need to push it out in front of me.
Да, очень близок, очень близок.
At least I got that, you know, it's like, you want to learn burial hill? Double it, try to learn laser hill.
Да, капец, какой трюк просто. Проблема в том, что для приземления нужно сместиться назад. Вот в этом сложность. То есть, чтобы закрутить так доску, и тебе сложно смещаться. То есть, проблема совмещения, проблема в том, чтобы совместить закрут и смещение назад. То есть, то, как тебе приходится двигать ногами для закрута, мешает тебе еще и назад сместиться. А чтобы все это в синхронности сделать, это очень неудобный, короче.
This trick requires so much effort. That's the problem, I'm putting too much effort. I need to just do it. lock the 360 part down.
Ну, в принципе, сделал, да. Сделал.
I know my toe was off. I know I was...
Этот трюк еще неудобен в том, что при непопадании передней ногой в нужную часть ноуза, ну, если ты промахиваешься, короче, ну, соскальзывает нога и там неудачно мотнул, промахнулся, то есть шанс большой и яйца в смятку приготовить. Очень большой шанс есть.
I know my toe was off. I know there's a little bit of toe drag. Guess what? I don't actually care. But, wow. Proud of myself for actually sticking with that one and taking it down. Because it was a lot of effort. Boom. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I mean, look at me. I've been skating forever. Well, I would say I got it down. Wow. Proud of myself for actually sticking with that one and taking it down.
Stinking
It was a lot of effort.
stinking chuckle, suckle, shuckle.
Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I mean, look at me. I've been skating forever, and it still takes me a while to learn tricks. I have to push through effort. I have to push through it. I have to work it out. I have to figure it out, figure out what I'm doing wrong, get it right, and then land it. Please click that subscribe button, click the like button, leave a comment below. I appreciate all of your guys' support. You're the best.
Dragon flip.
Предложить вовремя значит быть в плюсе. Ростелеком.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Christopher Chen, and I'm here on the Braille channel today to talk about the Dragon Flip, or the 360 Dolphin Flip.
Охренеть. Ну это капец замота, конечно. Это сложно. Кстати, доска вращается почти так же, как при 360 флипе. Очень похоже. Но он и закручивает ее похожим образом. Но трюк все-таки другой, да.
So when I initially thought about this trick, I just thought it was impossible. I just thought maybe in like 100 years someone will do it, not me. and I tried it. I could like form it, but it's like totally different from actually trying to stick it because it's just the hard part about it is that it flips vertically. So to get that much like hang time and to get it to flip the full like 364 flip under your legs, it's hard. You have to be able to jump high and then like flip it as fast as you can. The way I came about just calling it the dragon flip just for fun, I don't know, I just thought like a dragon is a pretty cool animal, or a beast, whatever you want to call it, and I don't know. Alright, so the dolphin it makes sense because the dolphin kind of jumps like this, so we call it dolphin flip, and the dragon, I don't know, it doesn't really do this, but I just thought a dragon is cooler than a dolphin, and it sounds really cool, and I really like Dragon Ball Z. Also, like in Dragon Ball Z, when like the characters have to like do Super Saiyan to like summon their energy, I felt like I had to do the same thing in order to do the dragon flip. Like each attempt, I have to like really like focus, like I have to like summon my energy just to get like enough flipping capacity, you know? It's a lot of flick, really. It's just, I don't know. Just gotta go Super Saiyan on that one. So it's pretty hard to learn, but if you want to learn this trick, I would definitely recommend you guys get your dolphin flips down, like really comfortably, be able to like flip them fast too, and just try to like kick a few 360 dolphin flips, so just like overturn just like do a dolphin flip and just flip it a little bit harder, like a lot harder actually, and then see it forms, and then just do it faster and faster, form it faster and faster, and then try to land it with one foot, land it with the other foot, and then, you know, once you feel comfortable, jump as high as you can and flip as hard as you can and see what happens. And maybe you'll get it. Who knows?
Капец, как красиво он это делает. Это просто, да, красиво, черт возьми.
When I first learned the dolphin flip,
По сути, это такой размазанный 360 флип. Немного заторможенный. То есть без вытяжки. По сути. Ты делаешь олли, по максимуму вытягиваешь переднюю ногу. И причем вытягиваешь ее чуть-чуть по диагонали. Нету резкого вывода в бок, а вытягиваешь до упора и чуть-чуть там его подкручиваешь. Да, выглядит необычно очень.
When I first learned the dolphin flip a long time ago, I realized then that like any trick was possible, and that's what really got me starting to learn new tricks. And I was watching like YouTube videos of other people doing crazy tricks. And now this is like when I learned this trick, the dragon flip. This is like stage 2 of like realizing, like having an epiphany and realizing like, damn, anything really is possible. You know, I never would have thought the 360 dolphin flip would be possible ever. So it's like kind of reminding myself that anything is possible. Like, who knows, maybe in a little bit someone's gonna do the bigger dragon flip or like 540 dragon flip or something. So don't let the name discourage you. Dragon flip.
Еще 540, но это бред.
Dragon flip or like 540 dragon flip or something. So don't let the name discourage you. Dragon flip or 360 dolphin flip. Just go out there, learn your dolphins, get them down. Just try to flick it as hard as you can and see what happens. It's a fun trick and definitely a good skate trick to show off.
Totally insane.
Be sure to subscribe to the Bro channel. Like this video if you like this video. Leave a comment if you want. And I have a channel.
Totally insane.
Контролировать ситуацию значит быть в плюсе. Ростелеком.
Jason cartwheels and
Relax. So,
Totally insane.
okay. I've actually never done that, but that's always been a dream trip. I don't know why I've never done that. Alright. I'm gonna learn that one.
Газель Хилл, что ли?
I'm not giving it 100%. 100%. Alright, dude. 20%.
Словно будет...
Nolly. Nolly. Nolly.
Ну, они, конечно, поверхность нашли подходящую. На асфальте или же на более плохой плитке он бы хрен такое сделал. Тут он, по сути, докрутил 180. Прям чистый реверт.
Nolly.
Проще, конечно, заморочен.
Feels awesome having you Pokemon in my devils.
А, вот сейчас лучше. Но все равно реверт считай. Ну, здесь на одном колесе уже пивот. Капец, как он ноги раздвигает. Бро! Блин, ну выглядит просто офигенно. Капец.
I got a tweet from Tucson. I couldn't ask when was the last trip you dragged for quite a while. See how this will do.
Опять здравствуйте. Yes. Капец, я никогда не буду пытаться даже пытаться не буду. Это просто что-то космическое.
Cool dude.
Slippery.
I recommend maybe the soap-based material or vegetable oil. This is about polymer, by the way.
What is polymer?
Polymer is a chemical. No, don't do that.
Ryan and I actually met when I came in to do a chemistry test for Proving Ground, which is the show that we ended up doing on G4.
So does that machine check flavor?
You must be kidding. What are you doing?
That's good.
He just was the most interesting person to talk to. Like every once in a while I would make a comment about something we were doing or where we were going, and he knew so much stuff about it. I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah, when we first met Ryan, he sold himself as I'm a pro BMX rider, I'm a race car driver, I'm a scientist, man, everything you can imagine.
I believe Ryan Dunn knows what he's doing because he told me he studies physics.
He's serious. He told us that he's serious.
He could hold a conversation about anything. He built his way through it probably, but he actually did have he had a lot of knowledge up there.
It didn't matter if I was talking about synthetic organic chemistry or, process engineering, anything like that. Ryan knew something about it. And not only that, he probably had a company devoted to that particular expertise.
Ryan was quite the entrepreneur. I'm not exactly sure how many companies he really had, but he definitely had a lot of business cards.
Whether it was automotive design,
wastewater reclamation,
aerospace welding,
exfoliating lotions for hands,
RD design, RD motor in, RD financial solutions.
He was telling me that he worked for some government agency that had aliens in captivity.
And in fact, it was some of his connections, though, that really got us hooked up with the argon that we used for one of my favorite skits that we ever filmed, the chemical spill skit.
Argon is an inert gas that kills oxygen, but it's really cool when it's in liquid form because it looks like mercury. It sprays everywhere.
Ryan hooked that up. I don't know where the hell he got to do her. I don't know how we got liquid argon.
All right, I'll be back.
And I don't know how we didn't suffocate in the van, but... it was still a lot of fun.
Holy! Oh! Speaking of Ryan Dunn's business opportunities, the car stereo thing was one of them, and that led to a pretty horrific day.
A kid from school lent him his Volkswagen Jetta so he could drive to the mall, buy a stereo system to hook it up, and he invited me, my brother, and Chris Rabb to go with him.
So we're driving there, and Rab's screaming in the back, just chaos. We got, whoever playing on the radio just cranked, having the time of life, and I'm speeding because I'm a punk kid.
He's driving 110 miles an hour to the point where Rab grabs my seatbelt and buckles me in. 10 seconds later, we flipped 8 times into oncoming traffic.
Not like a roll, it was front to back to front to back.
The car flips, opens up the passenger door, and just flies out in the center median over the oncoming traffic.
Yeah, Ryan was all bloody. They found me in the trees, and Bam broke the window with his head. Rab was totally fine.
My part of the car, nothing had happened to it at all, and I just kind of got out and was just confused. And look at everybody is in panic, and there's cars skidding out, getting out. Couldn't believe any of us were alive, let alone all of us.
It was just the worst time of my entire life. And to this day, I hate talking to April, Bam's mom, about it because she hated me. And to this day, she probably still has a little bit of hate in her for that accident right there, and I don't blame her because it was horrible. Stupid kids do stupid things.
I was pretty much terrified to ever get in a car with him, and I agreed to do the gumball rally with him, which was around the world in 8 days. Whenever Dunn was driving, I was seriously so terrified that after like the third day, I was like, God, you seriously need to stop at a sex shop and buy me a butt plug because I'm going to crap myself.
This is the new race car. We're prepping it now for this year's 12-hour endurance race, and hopefully we won't be landing in 5th or 4th or 3rd. We'll be landing in 1st, or else I'd be very upset.
He is a good race car driver. He did do a race in West Virginia, and he got first place.
I don't even know how many cars he had, but he was so into it. He would just, buy these crazy fast cars, take them all apart, put them all back together again, customize them. He was way into it. Full-blown gearhead.
Started from skateboards to bicycles to, eventually cars. But anything could get him moving a little faster intrigued him.
What do you think's happening here with this one?
Go check his oil. How about this?
Blew it up again.
Don't buy a car made by Dolce & Gabbana and you'll be fine.
When we finished Jackass 2, the very ending of the movie, Dunn and I were attached with ropes around our feet, and a horse was going to come by full speed and just rip us out.
Tell me you slapped that horse.
Okay, not okay.
Yeah, I'm right.
Dunn landed really wrong and messed his shoulder up and wound up getting a blood clot.
It's really scary. It's scary to all of us because, we don't think about that stuff. And then, blood clot is really dangerous because if a chunk of that went into his heart or into his brain, he would die.
I've never seen a man more scared in my life. And they literally took him from a checkup at his physician straight to the hospital and told him, hey man, you could die any minute, And it was, he had the fear of God put in him.
It was pretty dire. I mean, like what was going on with him. So he had to be on all kinds of, these clot-busting drugs and things like that. And it really kind of put him into a funk.
Jackass 2, behind the scenes, tape 3.
You got it done. Almost done.
Ugh.
Die.
It's the last thing I can be thinking about right now.
You heard?
Oh.
And it really kind of put him into a funk.
Jackass 2, behind the scenes, tape 3.
You got it done. Almost done.
Ugh.
Sense the excitement.
What?
I sense the excitement.
I'm on medication. The last thing I can be thinking about right now.
You heard?
Oh God, you don't even understand.
You sick?
Yeah. Blood clot, nerve damage. All because of this garbage. So shoot. I just put 2 needles in my body. That was fun. Gotta go do some more. So let's shoot.
So not only did he have this blood clot, but he had Lyme disease. That's something that sort of just makes you miserable, takes all your energy out.
And he went from this, fearless immortal to a guy that was giving himself shots every day just to remain upright.
Being frightened and hurt, he's kind of withdrew into it, well, at least away from us. He wasn't there for 24-hour takeover or 2.5, and I didn't like him not being around none of us did.
He went in like this really dark place for 2 years, and didn't want to be on film anymore. Didn't think that he was funny.
Even with us guys that lived down the street or lived with him or saw him every day, I guess he became kind of a recluse.
I remember going to a Chinese restaurant, and we came walking out, and fans were running up to him and saying, you're Ryan Dunn from Jackass. And it's the only time I ever saw in all the years that he was involved in anything. He said, no, I get that a lot.
What especially moved me at the time, and even more so now, is just the way he talked about Angie.
On all the years that he was involved in anything, he said, no, I get that a lot.
What especially moved me at the time, and even more so now, is just the way he talked about Angie, his girlfriend of 10 years, and how she stuck through and through all that, and how he was sort of amazing, in his sort of classic Ryan self-deprecating way. He would just, he's like, what is a woman like that dealing with a piece of like me, I don't know. But just so grateful that she was in his life.
That's the one thing that I know, that if Ryan's thinking of anything, that's the main thing he's thinking, is how much he misses Angie.
She's just so strong, and she's funny, and she's beautiful, and she got Ryan, and she thought he was sexy with that disgusting beard.
That's Angie, your girlfriend's face?
She made a stupid face, I took a photo, so when she was out of town, I got a tattoo. Oh my god.
Angie is beautiful, but that picture really doesn't do her justice.
When he introduced Angie, and I was like,
what?
How the did this guy get this chick? And then I was like, well, all right, so he's famous and he's on TV. And then he's like, no, this was even before Jackass.
We had a lot of questions about that. That kind of blew our minds.
I still can't believe it.
He's a handsome guy, you know.
He's very handsome.
He's very handsome, but
He was always talking about how small his little penis was, though. What did he say? He said it looked
he
like...
once referred to his penis as a button in a fur coat.
Which we loved so much that we wrote that into our television show.
It sucks. With Dunn gone, I think I now have the smallest penis on the Jackass cast.
So Ryan had completely disappeared from us. You know, I hadn't talked to him in 2 years. And then in spring of 2009, we went to Bam's house to shoot for Nitro Circus. Ryan, I guess, had been just coming out of his cave a little bit. And we filmed with him, and it was just like nothing had ever changed. You know, it was just awesome. Shortly after that, we decided to do Jackass 3. And you could just see that he had come out of the fog, you know, and it was so clear and so fun to be around.
I didn't want to do it at all, but once we started filming, I realized immediately that I was wrong. It was an awesome experience. Actually, we had more fun on this than I did on all previous endeavors we had had. I laughed from beginning to end. I really did. And now I have new friendships because I really didn't like anybody. And now I like a good 20%. Who would have thought? You're not in that.
He went through that dark period, and he came out of it, and he was brilliant. And the third one, he was a brilliant friend.
The last couple years, like, he's been, I think, just in a place where, you know, he was just really peaceful. I think he and Angie just were doing great, and I mean, like, he just really found out who he was.
I love it here. I don't know about you guys. I am happy.
Happy Dunn.
This is me happy.
Everybody. I like Happy Dunn.
Dude, if you guys weren't here, I'd be supremely happy.
And that's the weirdest thing. Like, people said to me, like, he was in such a good place that he was, like, almost ready to go or something, which, I mean, the guy's 34 years old, so that sounds stupid, but, I mean, he just seemed, like, very happy and satisfied with what he's done, and for good reason, you know?
That was one of the hardest things for me, or is one of the hardest things for me to accept, is that, on one hand, that makes me happy to know that he was happy, but on the other hand, it's like, you know, why did it have to be so short?
A mangled mess is all that is left of Ryan Dunn's car after an early morning accident on Route 322 and Pottstown Pike.
There was some pretty high speed involved in this. The vehicle missed a turn, hit a guardrail, and went airborne, and went through several trees, some sizable. So there was a very vicious collision involved in this thing.
And now, friends and family are left stunned at how everything changed in a split second.
There are stars so distant. The light that left them ages ago just came into view. The twinkling we're seeing now. Maybe
there's been rumors before on the internet about some of the cast dying or something, so I didn't think it was real.
That's the way.
Yeah, I was in shock. I didn't believe it. You know, it still doesn't feel real.
I don't know if it's ever going to really completely sink in. Part of me doesn't want it to, but I guess that's the way it's got to be.
We've been doing this for so long, you know, like we're a family.
God lets the light outlive the star.
And that's the thing, man, that's it. Now we're not gonna see him again.
I wish he wouldn't always drive so fast, and he always did. I wish he wasn't drinking that night too, you know. He lost hey man Zach.
You know, Zach Hartwell was also in that car. Sometimes when you have a larger than life personality who is in an accident, you only hear about the one person, but he was just such a happy guy. Always that upbeat person.
Ryan introduced us to Zach when we were filming number 2. He was this gnarly military man, and then also just a fun-loving guy that could hang with a bunch of jackasses, you know.
God lets the light outlive the star.
There's such a hole in the family now. Jackass is really, it's never going to be the same. It's the worst thing ever.
So many people around the world reached out, flooded our site, you know, and they still do, about Ryan. It was really sweet what the Kings of Leon guys did. Huge banners behind the stage and dedicated the song to him.
For our good friend Ryan, rest in peace.
I just hope Ryan would be remembered, not for some of the crazy things he did, or shoving a car up his ass, or, you know, or the fact he liked to drive fast. I hope he's remembered as the sum of all those things, is that he did all of them with passion.
Live life. He just had to live life.
He was such a good person, and I think you know, made me a little better person, just knowing him. That rubs off, you know.
Это Зак Хартвелл. Я думаю, кто это такой? Вот, кстати, они похожи чем-то, вот внешне чем-то они похожи, я не знаю. Ну, так отдаленно, ну, как будто бы братья, да. Этот Зак Хартвелл как раз-таки с ним на машине это и разбился на Порше. Зак Хартвелл. О, вот похороны Райана Дана. Я почему-то даже и не смотрел. Никогда. Не видел этого ролика. Реально. Random hero.
Blue car for him. I always watch Jackass, so I always love their shows. Okay. So, I'm by the water tower. And I'm pretty sure it's left. Brian Dunn's grave. Look, there's a skateboard here. Someone else
Нифига
has
себе.
a
На могилу Райана Дана скейтборды приносят. Ничего себе.
Here he is.
Очуметь. Даже не верится. Приносить скейтборд на могилу. Это выглядит бредово, но вот реальный факт. Только непонятно, кто такой коуч Алекс. Тем не менее, тут написано Ryan Matthew Down.
Great, look, there's a skateboard here. Someone else left a blue car for him. Let's go. A lighter. How cool is that? Brian Dunn's grave. Oh, someone on the other side. Alright, let's go back. So this is his grave. It isn't Coach Alex. Keep them laughing for eternity. Alright, I always thought you were the bomb, dude. So, it's a small cemetery, so you guys saw I drove in, made a right, came around, And again, I'm by the water tower. So if you want to visit Brian Dunn, don't forget to bring your blue card. Got my blue card for you, buddy. He's got a couple blue cards. You guys probably remember that. He shoved the blue card up his ass. Anyway. Alright. See you soon. Bye.
Thanks for watching. I've got birds on a base. got the birds and the bees. Nuclear atom bomb. Ядерная атомная бомба. Но ведь это одно и то же. Ядерная и атомная бомба — это одно и то же. Зачем? Nuclear atom bomb. Ядерная атомная бомба. Дули. Дули. Дуфи.